everything that we've discussed. Affects our receivers, our running game, O-line, everything. And it is our quarterback. And the question that everybody has been asking all year, all offseason, what do we do at QB? Will, I'm coming to you first. Taylor, Kyle Allen, I think Kyle Shermer. I think those are the three guys that are still on the roster. What do we got to do, man?
I got a fun story for you.
Let's go.
So it's probably good that this never got put on record. After the Raiders game, after the Raiders win, we're 6-6. I don't think we had a show. I don't think we did. Because that's good. Because I was prepared to say, here's what we need to do. 5 years, $75 million to Taylor Heineke, lock him up and let him go. Because I said, if he can lead this team, he's progressing. We've won 4 in a row. And I said, you get a starting quarterback at $15 million a year. That's a bargain.
It is.
It is.
I'm glad that didn't get put on record. Because I'm hoping that we sign Taylor Heineke to a 5-year contract. I'd love to give him a total of $10 million in those 5 years. Because Taylor Heineke is an exceptional backup. And if a quarterback goes out for a couple games, he can keep things maybe not afloat the same way, but you're not going to have a sinking ship with him. And I'd love to have Heineke on the team remaining as our backup. We got a chance to see that he is our backup.
Yeah.
So quarterback wise, I think I've said this many times. I get so dang scared when it comes to drafting quarterbacks. I just every time we're not having to do it, I'm always so relieved at the draft. I'm like, oh man, we're going after a linebacker. Here we go, and not having to worry about the quarterback, cha that happens, through all that. But I'm excited this offseason. I'm excited to see where we go, because we're doing something. They know it. I mean, Ron has said it enough publicly that he's like, it's time. It's year 3. We got to get this solved. That they're going to make a move, and we don't know what that move is going to be, obviously, but they're going to do something. And I'll only say this: if you're changing the team name and you are building this new brand, this new identity, week 1, are you going to roll out Mitchell Trubisky as your starting quarterback on week 1? Or, I don't know, name another free agent, Teddy Bridgewater.
Winston.
Jameis Winston. Lord. Are you going to roll out one of these guys and excite your fan? Is any fan going to have an eggplant emoji when Mitchell Trubisky gets named starting quarterback in week 1? Not one.
Eggplant.
I've been waiting all week to say
you were saying that.
I've been waiting 24 hours.
Let's go.
I knew he was.
He set that one up. Hold up, Nathan. Hold up, Nathan. Don't do that. Do not. Do you see what he put here?
Why are you giving it publicity?
Look, because I want to call him out for that.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
And so my thing is, I think we're doing something big, and I don't know if that's through a trade or if that's through the draft, right now. But I think they recognize we got to go for it. I'm nervous as to what the cost would be to go after to get someone like Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson or heck Derek Carr. I mean, I'd take all three. I think we got to throw Watson out. There ain't no way if you're doing rebranding are they going to let someone who's going into settlements for sexual assault with an owner who has settlements for sexual assault.
Right.
That can't go together.
Not going to work. No.
And it's like, so what would Seattle want for Russell Wilson? So much. I just think it's going to set us back too far. Derek Carr might be a little bit less when it comes to compensation, but I still get nervous about how much is it going to cost for us to do that? And is that it's going to make us better, but is it going to get us to the consistent part? So I think we're looking at that number 11 pick. I think is what we have.
Yeah.
At going quarterback. I'm still very, very concerned about picking at number 11. That I can hear all they talk about this is a weaker draft class and people aren't going to go high, and I just feel like, for one, the value of drafting a quarterback in the first round and getting that fifth-year option and having that player on a cheaper contract for one extra year is so valuable that people will reach for a quarterback, will go after and get that guy. And I just can't see teams like Detroit, because Jared Goff is on his last year of his deal, Carolina, because their owner wants somebody. If they don't get one of these big guys that's a veteran, he wants somebody. Or Denver. Those are three teams ahead of us that need quarterbacks too. I just have a hard time believing that they're going to let quarterbacks slide. And the first guy that goes is at number 11. That just surprises. That just surprises the heck out of me. But that's why I think we're going to go quarterback at the first round pick, and I'm excited to hear the draft evaluation process and see where we go with it.
So, real quick, I'm coming to you, Ab, but I want to ask you, talking about quarterback Will, real quick. So I just some of the names I'm just throwing out there and see if anyone sticks. There's Matt Corral from Ole Miss, obviously Sam Howell, my guy. Malik Willis has been getting a lot of attention, a lot of mock drafts. Think he's going to us. I know it's still early. Desmond Ridder, and if there's somebody else, I can't remember who it is right now. Did any of those guys spark your interest or intrigue you? Or
in order for the January 20th. So this is subject to change with the Senior Bowl and the Combine and all that. My pecking order goes Kenny Pickett. Sam Howell,
Pickett. Yep.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett from Pitt, Sam Howell, and then Desmond Ridder. That's where I'm at right now on January 20th. Yeah.
I think we can get Malik a lot later in the draft, or any of those other guys. To be honest, I don't think we should reach that high. But we'll see. Ab, I'm coming to you. Nathan just saying a couple names. We talked about Teddy Bridgewater, Jimmy G. What are you thinking we're going to do this offseason, Ab, at quarterback?
Okay. I had an aspect to this that a lot of people just don't think. A lot of our fan base is emotional. Like, we're emotional from losing all the time. We're emotional from just being, like, honestly, let's just put it bluntly. This team depresses us, y'all, and the emotions just flood in and everything like that. Like, they are willing up to give like their left nipple and their second born child in order to get something remotely close to a winning season. And to me, is that I don't look at things like that. I take a step back. I try to look at things in like a business sense also. To me, like, so let's mention all the quarterbacks that everyone's throwing out there. The trades, pretty much. If we're going to trade for a quarterback that's out there, we're going to have to give up not only our first round pick this year, but probably for the next 2 years in order to get the quarterback in a trade. So and to me, that's not Ron's style. I don't see that happening. It's not, like, honestly, and I think you have to pay attention to stuff like that. And 11, it's almost a top 10 pick. That's a premium pick, everybody. So that's, like, to me, I don't see them just giving that up so lightly like everybody is thinking. Even for Carr, everyone needs to realize Carr's going to cost a lot too, because one, potential new head coach, new GM. So honestly, they're asking, and honestly, Mariota is a free agent. So you're asking them to pretty much start over at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And you think they're not going to try to drain you dry? Like, right. Nah, bro. They're coming for that pick plus like 4 others. Like, it's it's you guys need to like that. That's not going to happen either. So people think trades are like one-sided, like, oh, we could get them for just this first round pick. No, the other team has to agree to them.
Right.
No, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you guys talking about?
Right. Just because on Madden you set it up where you get every trade. It doesn't work like that in real life.
No. So my answer, Sean, it comes down to 1A and 1B. Okay.
Yeah.
I have two possibilities that I see this happening. First, I say we get a free agent quarterback. Will, I respect what you're saying, new name for our team and everything like that. And honestly, what a hell of a way to start a new franchise name by having your own like rookie quarterback just jump out there. But I kind of look at it as Ron is on his third year, and honestly, I'm gonna just take it to like honestly in the perspective that a lot of people will refuse to look at it. Minority coaches do not last 3 years when they're losing, guys. Y'all need like honestly, it's real. The shit is real. They just fired two coaches. Like one, Cully, they fired Cully, and they couldn't give that job away last year. And they fired this man this year. They didn't have a first and a second round pick. And like, you get what I'm saying? Like, so to me, it's just insane that they fired this man that basically said, I'll do you guys a favor and take this job, even though I know it's bullshit.
You think they get Flores?
What's up?
Do you think they get Flores?
I don't know. I think to me, I think it's a possibility. Like I know you brought that point up in the show in one of your other shows, but I think it's a possibility to try to keep Deshaun there. But at the same time, Davis Mills is doing okay. I think they might be okay with Davis Mills there.
Yeah.
The Houston Texans they're basically New England Patriots South. And so I think you got to look at what someone from the Patriots organization, if it's not Brian Flores, which those dots are a great connection.
But go ahead, Eb. Who's 1B?
So no, I wasn't done with 1A. So
okay.
I think 1A is you get a free agent. And I said this this is similar to what I said last year. I think you get a free agent and you draft a quarterback. I think that's just the way to go. You get a free agent and to hold it down for a bit while the next quarterback is in the wing. Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, something like that. Like just let that young boy marinate under a quarterback that you respect highly. Trubinsky, I think he can take. Like honestly, the thing I like about Trubinsky is he throws the ball effortlessly, and he throws it down the field. Honestly, Trubinsky, I think, got a raw deal at the same time too. The man is actually a decent quarterback. He won some games, guys.
He got wheels too. Yeah, we need that.
Yeah, he won some games, guys. I think he can. I think he can process an offense. I think he can move through an offense. So, but at the number 11th pick, we draft a quarterback. I like Corral. I do like Corral. Yeah. I'd like Pickett if I didn't hear his hands were so little. Like that kind of worries me. Like that really worries me a lot. But I like Pickett's size. I like his size and everything like that. So that's my 1A. 1B. We get the top wide receiver. We get the
F out of here. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Ab. Look at what Nate just said.
Lamar Jackson for Chase Young and Jonathan Allen and 2 first-round picks.
We know you trying to get rid of him because he doesn't win the playoffs. We get it. We get it. Don't give it to us.
Didn't even make the playoffs.
See, to me, why do we give up on quarterbacks like that? This man has the most wins in the first 4 years of his career.
Hey, if he's on my team, I'm not giving up on him at all. I don't know why
Yeah, well, you get what I'm saying? The most wins in the first 4 years of his career, and because he hasn't won in the playoffs, that's as long as he keeps making the playoffs, then that gives him more chances to win in the playoffs. So I just I don't know.
There you go. Yo, who's your 1B though? Who's your 1B?
1B, you wide receiver. You get wide receiver at number 11. You get one of the top ones. One of the, like, honestly, stop giving all these other wide receivers on our team a second chance, a third chance, fourth chance. No Cam Sims, no De'Ami Brown. No, I'm not even messing with none of that. Just let's already just like get the top wide receiver this year. Honestly, think of like what's his name? It's not Lamar Chase.
Chase Claypool?
Jamar Chase.
No, Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase on the other side of Terry. And that way you can pay Terry now too. And them two, like, bro, and it's a wrap right there. It's automatic wrap. So at number 11, we get somebody who's like 6 feet, like that's like a Cooper or like a Jamar Chase, and then we trade back into the first round and get our quarterback at the end. That way we can get Sam Howell.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that.
Oh my God, I'd be going nuts.
I like that.
I'd be going,
I like that.
I'd be going crazy.
That. I like that. You know that. Look, I'm not going to be too homer, but I wasn't going to be too homer. And then you got Nathan saying Carolina is Carolina. There's a very big difference between North and South. And even though what happened in the Belk Bowl, North Carolina still runs the day. Okay? My number one thing is, yeah, don't turn your face up, Will. North Carolina all day.
You know what? Hold up. Put your camera on for a second with me. I was going to wait on this, buddy. I just wanted to show you a little something that I got here. I got this little something.
Oh, my God.
Butt whooping that got done in the Belk Bowl. Absolutely.
Mac told his guys.
You see that? Done in black, baby.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. At least we'd have to play you with this coming year with Spencer Rattler. That's going to be interesting. You're going to do something. But look, so, hey, I'm sticking in. Nathan, shut your mouth, man. North Carolina and South Carolina are not the same. I'm going to double down on my Carolina. I love Mitchell Trubisky. Where did he go to? Carolina. I think he did get a raw deal, but he has shown that he can play. I think we can get him for reasonable. I think, like you guys said, you go back and I think we need to take 11 to get a piece, be it a big time wide receiver, be it a corner or a ball hawking safety or a D line. We need to get a linebacker. We need a piece. But I definitely, absolutely agree with trying to make some kind of move back into the top 25 and get Sam Howell. I'm with it. He's a 3-year starter. He's been playing in a pro style offense under I don't want to say Mac Jones, Mac Brown at North Carolina. I really feel like, and especially if you don't have to put him in immediately, you put in a vet that can work, and Mitchell Trubisky that can work with us, that can, give us a year or two, do what certain damn vets that I shouted out all off season didn't do for us. But they can go to Buffalo games, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. I definitely think you need to go and shore up something else at the 11th pick and then go get somebody else. I've seen Pickett play. I like him, but I still want to see him. I like him in college, but he still didn't dominate, everybody. But he did great in college. I love Sam Howell. Obviously, I've been watching him. Desmond Ridder, he's got great confidence. He's a leader and a 3-year starter. I love this type of stuff. We need a veteran in college, somebody that has played and that is going to be able to come in and just take advice, learn how to be an NFL player, and at the same time learning how to be an NFL quarterback. we don't need somebody that we're just going to throw in the fire, because I think we still need a lot of other things that we need to address. But yeah, I'm definitely going to double down on my Tar Heels. Trubisky, I think, is a good move. But I wouldn't mind a Carr. I wouldn't mind, Mariota or some of this. But I want Howell. And I want him to be able to sit back. Let's sit there and build up. And I know we don't have a lot of years on all the defensive guys that are getting older, but I want Howell to be able to come in there and potentially come in. And that's it. I'm doubling down on my Carolina quarterbacks and my Carolina players. All right. If it doesn't work this year, I'm through. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll say this. I don't care who they bring in as the veteran stopgap quarterback. If you get a Jameson Williams or the dude from Ohio State at 11, and then you trade in and get a quarterback like y'all are talking about, start whoever you want on week one, in my opinion, because you've set yourself up for so much excitement moving forward. I mean, that would be what you all have described to me is the absolute dream scenario. And I would hope that our coaches are looking at, like, our front office is like, this is the route we need to go. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's the smartest way, Will. I really do. Like, it's very similar to what we did with Sweat. With Sweat, we traded back into the first round to go get him. And honestly, that's just the way you're supposed. That's how you win the draft that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, F the rest of the draft. Like, that's how you win. And just to bring up another point, Will, is that you said that Detroit and Denver and Carolina ahead of us to draft a quarterback. Detroit still has a second pick in the first round. They have the Rams pick towards the end, so they could pick up a quarterback then. So it's not dire.
I think they're getting.
I think you need to get value at number 2 for Detroit. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Sean.
I said, yeah, I was to your point. I think they're going to get the Michigan defensive end, Aiden Hutchinson, Detroit at number 2. So I think you're right. I think they're going to wait till the second pick to get quarterback. And
I think Denver's the real true worrisome right there of picking up a quarterback, though. Carolina's still suspect because Sam Darnold's still on his 5th-year option. So you're paying a premium price to have him stick around for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Why not play him? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Especially in a weak class. And they got a top 10 pick. I think top 10 picks, it's a home run. You have to have a home run. So why chance it when you already have a serviceable quarterback?
I just can't see it just right there talking about like Denver. I can't see them passing. I was shocked they passed on the quarterback last year and they went with the cornerback, Patrick Surtain. Because Drew Lock ain't doing it. He sucks. He throws so many dang picks out there and they hate him. It's just like I can't see them passing on them. And living down here, the owner of the Panthers, he's invested so much money. He's created a new headquarters that's going to be in South Carolina, right over the border, and he's doing all kinds of things. And like he just keeps talking about him. He is so desperate for that marquee guy. I mean, I think they're going to look to do the Deshaun trade. Like I think that and I'm hoping that happens because I'm not going to lie. I'm scared to death. I'm terrified that Philly's going to make a move for Deshaun Watson because they have 2 first-round picks. And it's 3. Like if you're Houston, they have 3?
3.
Shoot. Well, if you're Houston, why wouldn't you take 2 of those this year and 1 next year and say, have it,
Right.
I mean, how well could you, turn your franchise around with that? I did not know about Detroit having 2 first rounds. That's a great point. I just think, like, if Jared Goff's on his last year of your contract, then, like, is that who you want to be building around?
Right.
I
let me ask you about New York, though. New York also has 2 draft picks in the first 10. Do they go anywhere at QB? Because they Judge is out and the GM retired, so they're obviously they're bringing in new GMs and obviously a new coach. Do you think he comes in there and tries to bring in his guy?
guess.
Anybody?
Oh, I honestly, I think they might pull it. I think they might. They haven't signed the 5th-year option on Daniel Jones yet. So, and then he's coming off a season-ending injury. So it just makes too much sense to. And then you hope you never get a top 5 pick, top 5, top 10 pick. But when you do and you need a quarterback, sometimes that's when you have to pull the trigger. And I think this is the time to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should. If whoever the Giants bring in, if they're smart, like you said, you're sitting there and you've got 2 picks. I think the Giants pick like 5th and 7th. You have the Giants have the chance to do exactly what we're talking about here. They could go quarterback, wide receiver, and set themselves up like crazy. I think they picked up the option for Daniel Jones, and it's like one of those things with Daniel Jones. I don't think he's all that good, but as a franchise, like sort of like the same situation as Sam Darnold, is like you got to give him one more chance with like a better team. I mean, because he's had some terrible offensive lines, to really beat him up. But if I was a Giants fan, I wouldn't be sold on Daniel Jones at all.
Yeah.
Well, this year I think this was their prove it year for him. I thought, like this is where they gave him everything pretty much. You get what I'm saying? Like they went out and got him that wide receiver. They drafted the wide receiver in the first round. They got Andrew Thomas. Like it was like they did everything for this man, and it just still didn't produce to anything. Honestly, I think it was messed up when they got Judge as their head coach, Joe Judge. Like
great choice.
Yeah.
Why get a special teams coach as your head coach? I just don't understand it.
Yes. And can we tell everybody what place they finished in the NFC East?
Ass last.
Dead last. And they want to talk about us and talk about how we're fighting on the sidelines. At least we can pay our players. That's neither here nor there.
He's not wrong for calling us a clown organization, because we are a clown organization. But he needs to look in the mirror, because he was running a clown team this year.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Bravado, like for what reason? Like
right.
What?
He went hard.
Right. What does that give you? Yeah. With 4 wins, what's that going to give you?
Hey, you remember how hard he went last year at the Eagles? Oh, they're messing with the integrity of the game. They'll let Washington get in. How about you not go 1-7 in your first 8 starts and then have to struggle through with the league? We're spending too